just finished reading. I'm doing my own little personal challenge of reading one book a week, and I just finished reading. Again, I'm driving. I just finished reading Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success. And it was a really good book. I'm an avid reader. I am a self-proclaimed self-development junkie. So this book, as much as I love Steve, wasn't all that enlightening. There are a couple of nuggets in there that I really, appreciate and love the way that he worded certain things. But because I read so much, like, none of this is new to me. I read so many of the same types of books that none of it is really new to me, yet it still, captures me and intrigues me to read. But anyway, I do absolutely recommend this book to any and everyone, especially if you're not really a reader and you want to start reading and you want to begin, this journey of self-development and self-discovery and all that. I absolutely do recommend this book. Now, there are a couple of points that I wanted to read, but again, I'm still driving, so hopefully if I park in a few minutes, I can go ahead and read those to you. But in this book, essentially, he is sharing his story of his journey from being homeless and, the struggle, his divorce. At one point, he spoke about owing, I think it was millions, like 10 million, 20, 12 million. It had a two, I don't remember, but it was lots of millions that he owed in back taxes because his accountant was not paying his, filing his taxes every year. So he spoke about that struggle and basically how he had to really, work for like a few, I think 6 years, really, really hard and take on everything that he could to pay that, whatever it was, the millions the millions of dollars back to the IRS. And he spoke about, just how he had to grow in his field and open himself up while he just wanted to be a comic or a comedian, doing stand-up. He had to eventually open himself up to radio and to talk shows and stuff like that to really expand his brand. But one thing that I really love that I heard he mentioned in an interview a couple of years ago, maybe a year or two ago, that just kind of always stuck with me is that I think he's had the Steve Harvey talk show for, I don't know, probably 3 years now or so. And I can't remember I don't remember if it was an Oprah interview or if he was just speaking on his show. I don't recall. But he said that his goal, and he's huge on vision boards and visualization and meditating. He's huge on all of that as well. But anyway, he spoke about how his goal was to have reach 3.5 in the Nielsen rating system. So I guess that means that he wanted to get to where he was at 3.5 million viewers per show, right? And so he wanted that so badly that he got 3.5. It was sewn into his cufflinks. I don't know, not the cufflink. What am I saying? Into his the hem of his pants. I believe that's where he said that he had it done. And all of his suit pants, he had 3.5 sewn in. So and at that time, I think he was like at 1 point something. And I checked it a couple of days ago when I came across that again in his book, and I think he's at 2.7, which is huge. And he's every season he's just going, his show is growing to be more popular, so his ratings are increasing, which is really cool. But I'm about to park, and I really want to read this one part in the book, because it really did speak to me. So, you know, if you have a vision, we all have a purpose. We all have a plan, whether you believe in the Bible, whether you believe in God, or you believe in the universe, whatever. We all have come on, lady. Definitely been put on this earth for a reason. And it's important that we all know what our purpose is. And believe it or not, I recently, did the lighting just get really funky? Oh my goodness. Alright, so let me see if I can find that one point really quickly. And, you know, as I was saying before I cut the doggone thing off, is that we all have to figure out what our purpose is. And for me, I just recently figured that out over a couple of years ago, or about a couple of years ago, just based on the things that I've been through. And some of us are stronger than others. Some of us can go through certain things and survive it, you know, in comparison to other people. You know, I've been homeless several times throughout my life. I was a teen mom. I was in an abusive relationship for 6 years. You know, 2 failed marriages, you name it, man. I have dealt with a lot. I've screwed up a lot. I've been through it. I've been through quite a bit, but you know, and when I first started reading these types of books, especially on the law of attraction, birds of a feather flock together, or there's another one I'm trying to, you attract who you are. And so when I thought back to my marriages, I was like, oh my goodness, I really thought I was this, you know, this really good person, and to attract those types of people, what in the hell does that say about me? And so I really had to do some soul searching. And while I'm a good person and I genuinely care for other people, I can be a little mean sometimes, you know, because I'm just kind of stubborn and stuck in my ways or whatever. But I had this, you know, thing where I wanted to fix people. And, you know, this is why I think I was attracting men that needed to be fixed, but only Jesus can fix those men. I promise, only Jesus can do that. But, you know, that was part of my nurturing nature. I just want to fix the world, heal the world, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nope, that was a fail. So, but because I've been through certain things, I can really you know, give back to other women. Like, I started my organization last week, which I'm so super excited about. My organization for domestic violence victims, and it is the Tetrad Inspires Foundation. And what we will do is, you know, help to motivate and inspire women who are, you know, in transition. They recently out of the relationship, they may be staying in the shelter or staying with friends. So we want to be able to provide clothing, like business attire, so they can get back into the workforce, or, you know, be dressed appropriately to go get grants and start their own businesses or nonprofits or whatever. So that's really what we are all about, is providing the attire for them to do so. And then we hope to get into bigger things as well, like scholarships and stuff like that in the future. But this is what part that I wanted to read right here, this little passage here, and I wrote ouch next to it. It says, when we realize our gift, the universe thanks us by giving us an abundance of riches, from abundant opportunities to good health to financial wealth. When you aren't sowing into the soil of the universe, you notice that things in your life just seem to dry up and get worse. But when you sow back into the universe with your time, your passion, and your commitment to others, the world will offer abundant opportunities for you to blossom into the new you. That just, because I held off for so long and starting that nonprofit because of the money, because of this, or because of that. Because it costs money to, of course, get the nonprofit registered. It costs money to trademark the name, trademark the logo, to get the 501c3. All that costs money. But then I had to come to why am I still in my seatbelt? I'm not driving. I had to come to realize that I had to make the first step to show God that, okay, I'm ready to do what you have called me to do. And you know, I had to step out on faith, so to speak. So that really spoke to me in a huge way, because it was just kind of right on time and confirmation. And then I want to go back to talk about we are who we attract. And so this kind of touches on that point. You will exude a radiance. Okay, this is talking about I guess this is after you determine what your gift is, or what your purpose is. You will exude a radiance that will serve as a magnet, drawing closer to you other success-minded people with similar drive and ambition. Now, when you embarked on this new path, this new journey of self-discovery, and, you know, really beginning to operate in your gift, you have to understand that everybody in your life is not going to be able to go with you. You know, people are in your life for a reason and a season. Some people are there just to teach you a lesson. Some people are there for you to teach them a lesson. The people that are in our lives really help us grow. Hopefully they help us grow. If not, then hopefully we can definitely learn a lesson from them. You know, people that are full of mess, drama, and confusion, I don't want those types of people around me. I don't want that energy around me. So I have to keep my circle really, really small, because, you know, if I were around certain individuals that I used to be around, there's no way in hell that I could do what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. There's no way, because they're too negative. They don't see the vision. They don't understand. And they're miserable individuals. So you really have to be mindful of your circle and the energy that is within your circle. I'm all about positive energy. If you come to me talking about mess, I will shut you down in a hot second. Like, I don't want to hear it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't want to hear that, and that is not what I'm about. So this book is really a really good read. It's very simply written, but it does make a huge impact. Again, it's not anything that I haven't heard before, because I do read so much, but I definitely would recommend this book. And if I had to score it on the scale from 1 to 5, I would give it a 5, because I'm such a huge fan. He inspires me more than anyone. He's probably the only person in Hollywood that inspires me. So yeah, I would definitely give it a 5, but I am definitely biased. Absolutely. So check out this book. The next book that I am currently reading this week is The Answer by John Assaraf. Grow any business, achieve financial freedom, and live an extraordinary life. So I will be doing a review on this one. The last thing I want to mention is a gratitude journal. I don't remember, did I mention gratitude in this video, or maybe it was the last vlog that I just filmed, but I did touch on gratitude and being grateful for what you have right now, today. And this basically is a book that I write in, that is meant to be written in every day, to log what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for. And the sun is on fleek right now. So anyway, I mean, you can take any tablet and write in it, any type of journal, but this is actually a journal that was designed by the the writer of, or not the creator, but the writer of The Secret, Rhonda Byrne, and I ordered this on Amazon. So we just want to make sure that even if you're not writing it down, that you acknowledge and be grateful for everything that you have. And of course, Steve, there's a chapter on that in this book as well. So check that book out. Check out the other book that I'm reading. It's